night for the Dallas Wings last night. I know they were playing a rough Seattle Storm squad, at least in terms of record, but road situation. And for those that did watch the game on KFAA, you might have heard a familiar voice.
The last time Dallas played Seattle, though, 3 weeks ago tonight, this was a very different-looking Seattle team.
Mike Leslie making his KFAA debut calling Wings games. Really proud of him. He had this in the works for a while. It's really awesome to hear his voice calling these games because obviously he does it on Friday Night Football as well. But getting this opportunity at the WNBA level is fantastic. I know we've highlighted Michelle at the Rangers game, so it feels like we need Jonah to go out and get a basketball game in or two. Sean, if you could call a sport, what would you go with?
Basketball.
Basketball?
I call my college team's basketball games, so
there you go.
That's what I'm most comfortable with.
I'd like some credit for my lower third here.
Wings Weather Storm. Nice job, Kelly. We appreciate you.
I ran out of video because I was so focused on getting my joke in.
I didn't plan on that VO being that long. That was actually cut from last night because we need to showcase Mike on the 10 p.m.
Although
show
when it comes
to
the Seattle Storm, it's more of a sprinkle these days. It's not
a light zephyr.
Regardless, this game came down to the wire. Here are the biggest plays from last night with Mike Leslie's voice on the call.
Back to Bueckers with 10. Soloed up on Flau'jae Johnson. Bueckers into the lane. The fadeaway ties the game at 96. 5 seconds to play, and Paige Bueckers does it again. Bueckers and Shepard, two-man game. Bueckers through Flau'jae Johnson, the fadeaway, and there it is. Come on, 1,000 points for Paige Bueckers in her career, and she gives Dallas the lead in OT yet again. 15 to play. Fudd down on the baseline, lays it in.
Beautiful. I like that.
Man, just seeing those two go to work. First of all, 1,000 points for Paige Bueckers, and then have AZ Fudd get the go-ahead bucket. What a night for the two of them. Jonah, what'd you think of it?
I thought, how great for Mike Leslie to call his first Wings game, and he gets that game. Absolutely perfect. And this is on the heels of Michelle when she did her first weekend with the Rangers. They had a walk-off, I think, in the second game, and so she's having to avoid, like, the shower, the Gatorade shower in the post-game interview. So it's like, listen, if you get WFAA to, kind of fill in and help out on some of your broadcasts, you're getting a dub in thrilling fashion. But no, listen, from the Wings standpoint, I mean, this team is really fun. We've talked about them ad nauseum for multiple weeks now. But when Paige is going and AZ's finding her confidence, they're dangerous. And I mean, even though it's against Seattle, that's not Minnesota or Vegas, whatever. A win is a win, especially in the regular season. So good for them, and good to hear Mike Leslie on the call. You did a fantastic job.
Joni, you talk about Mike getting that experience, Michelle getting the walk-off. I know I'm not a full-time part of this department, so I'll just leave this with you. Who do you have to pray to or bribe or whatever for you to get a similar experience? When's that going to come?
I don't know if that'll ever come. I don't think they're ready for that. I'm too much of a loose cannon for any right-minded person to put me on a game broadcast. But if that day comes, I'll be ready.
Giggy, I'm curious. What's been your connection with the Wings? How have you kind of seen them this year? What games have kind of stuck out to you?
I've just watched a couple games, so I've been pretty disconnected. But I mean, it's just I think the thing that strikes me is having those two, Paige Bueckers and AZ Fudd. And just like we were talking about the Mavs earlier, them wanting to use this draft to set themselves up for long-term success. The Wings have done such a great job of that these past couple years. Obviously, they've had number one pick, which really helps.
I was going to say
get the best player.
Mavs wish.
Hey, they got it last year. They got their wish last year, and the odds were not necessarily in their favor, but the ball fell the right way. But just having those two to build a team around, to build a franchise, and it's paying off. Having 11 wins already at this point in the season. I know last night the Storm, I think, have lost 11 straight. So that one is, you would think is a must-win. But still, for the Wings to be where they're at in this position, these two players still young in their career, Paige Bueckers, 1,000 career points. It's impressive and hopeful for what's to come in these next few years of Wings basketball.
I think the other part of it is that, at least in the last couple of years, and Jonah might back me up on this, it feels like whenever they would find themselves in those situations, that whole, they even against bad teams, they wouldn't really find a way to dig themselves out of it, and you want your stars to show up in those moments. I understand the Storm are quote-unquote bad because they only have 3 wins on the year. I'm not suggesting like this is a quality win in terms of the metric on that front, but just to know that at any point in the game those faces can go off and perform, I think is a huge boon for a team that is still finding their rhythm.
I agree. This is just a different Wings team than we've ever seen, right? Like they don't have to rely on Enrique Agumbawale in crunch time to give them 20 points. It's such a versatile group. And I think the unsung hero, and it's so weird to call her an unsung hero because she's receiving accolades. So she's a well-sung hero. But Jessica Shepard has been absolutely instrumental to the Wings' success this year and their turnaround from a season ago. Just what she gives them in low post, her ability to do multiple things on both ends of the floor. It's just kind of hard to put into words because I don't think when that signing happened, we really appreciated maybe what she brought to the table. Maybe most people were a little bit unsure of, what exactly the role would be. And it turns out she is a vital part of this Dallas Wings team.